there, friends! Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Teddy, and I'm hosting today. Whee!
What kind of a video did I just stumble into here?
Queer Kid Stuff.
Oh, okay, that kind of video. Well, you know what? It's gonna happen. I mean, I'm out here, I made this, I saw a couple of videos on this channel called Queer Kid Stuff, and some of it really just caught my eye. Two videos in particular. One is about LGBTQ kings and queens, and the other one is called Meet a Queer Kid, featuring Desmond is Amazing. I'll do the Desmond one first here, and I'll kind of build them in together, as is the Desmond one. I'm going to cut out a lot of the stuff, we're going to kind of move a little faster through it. I mainly just have a quick point to make about that one, but the main one I want to talk about is kind of the Kings and Queens one. Kind of take a look, and we'll kind of build them together for an overall kind of view on it. Now, let me first off say, and I think this should go without saying, yeah, if you're out there and you choose a particular lifestyle that makes you happy, that's fine. I have no problem with whatever you want to do. As long as you're not breaking any laws, as long as you're not hurting anybody, then I don't care what you want to do. But you have to understand that at the end of the day, if there is an individual that goes very far, extremely far, out on a limb, out on the kind of the spectrum of what's socially acceptable, there's going to be some sort of commentary on it, and that's something that's just going to happen. I mean, there's not a way to get around it. In the same way that if someone did something else that was completely, you know, oddball, then that would happen, you know. And I just wanted to kind of throw that out there, just to kind of clarify. Like I said, I'm not trying to, you know, target anybody or any groups or anything like that. I noticed some key issues, and I think it's fair that we should be able to talk about some of this stuff. So without further ado, let's jump in. And by the way, if you guys enjoyed the video, please, you know, like, subscribe, comment, you know the drill, that kind of stuff right there. I don't want to sit here and have to play with ya. So you know what? Let's go wasting time. Let's jump right into that first video here.
Hello! Today is an extra special day. I'm in charge today.
Whew, Teddy's calling the shots. My boy's in, dude. He's gonna be, you know what? I'm happy that this is happening. Teddy sat there for so long in that chair on the right there, sitting in a chair that was obviously too tall for him, and it got to the point where I was like, come on, give Teddy his chance. Teddy's been sitting there waiting forever, okay, while the main host soaks up the spotlight. Why? When Teddy does most of the work. Teddy's the face of it all, you know what I mean? And here Teddy is out there making it work. Where's that other person? Probably called in sick. Teddy's here to save the day, you know, like always. What's new?
And I have a super special guest coming in for the first ever Meet a Queer Kid extra special episode of Queer Kid Stuff. I can't wait any longer. Hi, Desmond. Hi.
Okay, you know, he's kind of a cute kid. I wasn't expecting that, how he said hi. I wasn't expecting it to come out that way.
Everyone, this is my new friend, Desmond.
Desmond, huh? You know, I actually really like that name. That's what I named my horse in Red Dead Redemption 2, so that name has a warm place in my heart, you know?
Desmond is amazing. No, really, that's their real name. Hi. How you doing?
Good.
Do you have a good day today?
Yeah.
Did you see how he kind of just went for that handshake? That was awesome. This dude's got confidence. That's sweet. But quick question, do you think the teddy bear, or the person, I should say, doing the voice of the teddy bear, I unfortunately kind of realized that sometimes you can kind of see a hand poking out the back of the neck, and my the illusion's kind of broken for me. I was really excited that Teddy was taking over, but now that I realize it's just a person behind the chair, it could be the same old host, you know what I mean? So I'm a little disappointed about that. But do you think of course they scripted out, but that whole hi, how you doing? Do you think that was kind of an on-the-spot thing? Or do you think Desmond was supposed to reach out his hand and shake the bear's hand? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd really like to know what you guys think about that one, because I think that all happened kind of weirdly. That kind of came out of nowhere, you know?
First question, what are your pronouns and how do you identify?
My pronouns are he, him, and I identify as a boy.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
I am an LGBT activist / advocate, a drag kid, a public figure, and I love your t-shirt.
Okay, this is where I kind of have to start getting a little more serious. I don't care about pretty much everything that was mentioned. I agree, Teddy's shirt looks awesome. The thing that I have the problem with is specifically the activist part. And it doesn't matter what type or what field it's in. I don't care if it's LGBT. I don't care if you're a low tax advocate or if you're, you know, anything, universal healthcare advocate, anything. If you are under the age of, you know, right around that kind of 18 area, even people a little bit younger than that can kind of, you know, be educated on the subject and take a stance and be activists. And it kind of depends, I guess, on what field. But in a field like this, in a field like LGBT, where you're looking at, like, you know, sexuality specifically, and then you take a kid who's obviously not hit puberty yet, who looks extremely young, and you bring him on there, and then you say, you know, hey, I'm an activist. This is my agenda. This is what I support. I mean, obviously, this kid doesn't know what he's talking about. And I think that's fair to say. It's obvious, and in the same way that any 11-year-old or any, I think they kind of talk about how old he is, 11 years old, in the same way that anyone that age doesn't really know how the world works. They don't really believe much. They don't have like their core beliefs established, at least not their political core beliefs. And you know what? I'll go out there and say it. I'll be the bad guy here, and I'll say anyone who's not hit puberty yet maybe shouldn't have any sort of stance on any sort of sexuality based, you know, policy or decision. I just, you know, maybe I'm weird for thinking that, but yeah, that's where I stand on it.
Thank you so much. Can you tell us a little bit more about what a drag kid does? We've learned about drag queens and drag kings on Queer Kid Stuff.
Yeah, we'll get to that in just a little bit here.
We don't know what a drag kid does.
A drag kid is a kid who does drag.
Oh, Teddy just got slammed on. Guys, did you hear that? A drag kid is a kid that does drag. He just decked Teddy.
Get it? Drag kid. Haha.
We know what drag is. That's when you dress up as a different gender that's exaggerated. Is that how you would describe drag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Teddy, I know you weren't just making fun of my boy Dez here, okay? Yes, you don't get to talk like that. Don't make fun of the way Dez says yes, okay? That's not cool, Teddy. I thought you were cool. I thought you were the cool new hip host of this show. And you know what? In the beginning it says, you know, like Queer Kid Stuff, it's okay. It's okay to be queer when you are here. And I thought this was going to be a safe environment, but you've made it very clear that you're not a very nice person, Teddy. And that worries me a little bit.
So, how did you start as a drag kid?
Well, when my mom was watching the first episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, I stopped playing with my Thomas toys, and I decided to join in, and that's when it started. And this was when I was 2.
2 years old? Wow! And how old are you now?
11,000 years old.
11,000 years old?
Teddy, hold on just 1 second, okay? He's trying to trick you. He is not 11,000 years old. He is 11, okay? So don't fall for the trick, all right? Like most people would. Now, the way this kid interacts with this teddy bear is just cracking me up. These little quick jokes that only like a kid could come up with on the spot, they're funny. I think they're hilarious. It's honestly kind of making me chuckle. It's kind of funny too. He keeps like aiming his head. He reminds me of like a velociraptor in Jurassic Park. You know, he's kind of like getting his head real close to Teddy. He's like, hey, what is this thing? I see a hand sticking out the back, but like, is this teddy bear really talking to me? You know, it's kind of funny. You know, it's kind of cracking me up. It's funnier than Onision. That's at least much for sure.
You look really good.
Thanks.
So, Desmond is amazing. Why are you so amazing?
Good question. Desmond is amazing as a drag kid who dresses up in dresses and an inspiration to many others.
You are an inspiration to many others. You're an inspiration to me.
You know Desmond doesn't care about what's going on here. He's just playing with his blocks. Teddy's trying to just Teddy's hurting for that attention. You know, hey, you inspire me, Desmond. You make my day better. Desmond's kind of shrugging. Ah, okay. Nice. Can you maybe, like, I'd prefer if you were just kind of quiet so I could work on my blocks, says little Desmond. Man, that kid is, the kid's kind of like, he's kind of funny. I'm getting the vibe of the kid. The kid, obviously, man, he seems like he's got like his own thing going on, his own personality. He's kind of sassy. I like it. He's a funny looking dude.
Can you tell us specifically what kind of activism you do in the LGBTQ community?
I go to protests, I go to the pride parades, I go to memorials.
Oh, once again, I have to say it, man. It almost, I'm not a big fan of it, all right? And like I said, I don't care what the activism is. But if it's gonna be about some sort of politics thing, if a parent's just kind of bringing their kid with to a like a parade or something like that, that's one thing. But then to label the kid themselves as an activist, as if the kid is the one carrying the flag forward, that's where I draw a gripe. Especially when the issue is based around sexuality. Now, sexuality, of course, is kind of like the hot button topic of the time, and I don't think that minors alone should be able to do it, especially not minors who haven't even hit puberty yet.
We did an episode about the Pride Parade. Can you tell us about your experience at Pride?
Well, I had a bunch of cameras following me, and I was with MAC Cosmetics.
Wow.
Which was very amazing. And I love it.
Ah!
Alright, just calm down, Teddy, alright?
Do you have any advice for young kids who might want to be a drag kid themselves?
Advice I have to other drag kids is that they should be themselves and just work and just start with some lipstick or maybe chapstick.
What's your favorite kind of makeup?
Lipstick.
Lipstick? I love your eyelashes also.
Real quick, before I forget, look at like the back of the bear's neck. Now, what's funny is I thought Teddy was like a puppet, like the kind where it has like a hole in the back of its neck or in its back, and someone's like putting their hand up through. I guess it makes sense that it's not because the mouth doesn't open and shut. But if you look, it's just a person just like puppy gripping the back of the bear's neck. Like they just kind of, you know what I mean? Like when you, I feel like I never seen people do it in real life, but when there's a puppy or there's like a dog and they just pick it up by the back of their neck, like the scruff on the back of their neck, that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like she's doing with that bear, and I'm almost starting to wonder if maybe this isn't a very exciting day for Teddy. Maybe Teddy's actually in a worse situation than we thought, you know?
Platform what?
Platform
Shoe! You can have platform shoes?
Be yourself always, no matter what anyone says, and pay the haters no mind, because they'll never be as fierce as you and I.
Amazing. Thank you so much for being on Queer Kid Stuff. Jasmine is amazing. You're welcome. Woohoo!
All right, well that's enough of that. No, it's a pretty, I don't know, I didn't have a bad time watching the video. I've seen a lot of worse videos out there. Like I said, the biggest thing that makes me uncomfortable is even if the parents, and of course the parents kind of get to make the ultimate decision, I'm not comfortable with kids younger than 18, especially who are or lower than puberty, calling themselves activists, portraying themselves as activists, and doing activism for a policy that specifically revolves around sexuality. That's kind of the line in the sand, I think, right there. But I mean, other than that, the kid's pretty famous. The kid was this is the kid who was dancing. I think it was at like a bar, and people were like throwing money at him and stuff like that, which I think is kind of weird to do to a kid, an 11-year-old kid. Kind of like I think it was funny in the moment. It's one of those kind of things when people look back and they're like, oh yeah, I could see how that could be misconstrued. But you know what? Whatever. He's kind of been around a lot of places. He was on like the show with that former football player who has the the gap between his middle of his teeth. I can't think of the guy's name right now, but that's all right. It's not important. The kid's kind of been around. I want to talk about this other video that I found on here as well that was kind of fun. So let me go ahead and just start tossing that one up.
Hey there, I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Teddy.
Hey, nice to see you again, Teddy. Lindsay.
Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. Today we're celebrating Pride Month and talking about drag.
Ugh, quick tip here, Lindsay. It wasn't as bad in the previous video, but maybe just tone down that beginning music. Like, I'm not saying the song's bad, but maybe don't have your song blaring over your own voice so that we can actually understand what you're talking about, huh?
It's LGBTQ plus Pride Month, Teddy. Today we're going to learn about something called drag. You ready, Teddy?
Ready.
Okay, so Teddy, I've got a question for you.
Okay, Lindsay.
Do you ever play dress up with your friends?
Can I play too? Because I'll throw in an answer. No, I don't.
All the time?
Great. Drag is kind of like dress up, but it's a very specific kind of dress up, and adults can do it too.
Dress up is my favorite, Lindsay.
I'm a big fan too, Teddy. I'm gonna bring in some help on this one.
Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Teddy.
Hey!
Hi.
Thanks so much for helping me out today. Teddy, this is my friend, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Can I ask you 2 questions before we start? What are your pronouns, and how do you identify?
I identify as male, and I use he, his pronouns.
Jeff, I was just about to tell Teddy all about what drag is. Think you can give us a definition?
All right, Jeff, this is your chance, man. This doesn't just happen, okay? Lindsay here's kind of the main host. Teddy had his chance one time to be the main host, but you're sitting you're coming in, man. You're sitting right next to the main chair. This is your chance. This is your spotlight. I want you to go over the top. I want you to show us and talk to us about what drag is.
Sure. Drag is when you dress up as a gender that's not your own.
And it's usually really exaggerated.
What?
Exaggerated. That means it's over the top or not realistic.
Yeah, maybe don't women-splain to my Teddy, okay, Lindsay? Maybe just step off a little bit.
People usually use a ton of makeup and wear really awesome costumes when they're in drag.
Okay, I get it.
So some drag you might see are boys dressing up as girls and girls dressing up as boys. These are called drag queens and drag kings.
This is a very sophisticated society that we have being set up here by Lindsay. My only complaint is that there isn't more than just 2 options for this gender-switching, clothes-wearing event.
You can't tell right now, but I'm actually a drag queen.
What?
Yeah, give me 1 second and I'll introduce you to Mr.
Yes, dude. That's what we've been asking for, man. This is what we've been waiting for. I wanted you to explain it. I wanted you to go over the top. You didn't, okay? You didn't. You failed. You're probably not going to get another chance. That's what I was thinking. But here it is. Your other chance. If you want to start taking over the show, dude, like I see you're already kind of moving in on Teddy's spot. Teddy kind of has to be smushed in the middle of you two, which sucks for Teddy. Because Teddy's put in way more time than you. You kind of just showed up. But you know what? I'm rooting for you here. Go over the top. You know, knees weak, palms are heady. Vomit on your sweater already, mom spaghetti. This is your one chance, is all I'm trying to say, man. So own it, okay?
Hi, Teddy. Hi, Lindsay.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 man. Like, it escalated so far. He comes in, hi Teddy, hi Lindsay. You know what? If I was in that room, and that just happened, I'd be like, oh dude, what in the heck did you do to Jeff? Where's Jeff? You know, like I expected something to happen, right? I just didn't expect that much. And you know what I think it is? I think it's the eyes. It's the eyes. I mean, let's be real. It's the eyes. The eyes are what kind of overdoes it. Like I don't know if he has like contacts in or something like that. Just totally got me off guard. And it's funny, man. He knew, you know. I told him his knees weak, arms were heavy, bound out of sweat already. You know, he only had one chance to rock. The opportunity came, and he seized it, man. He sees the opportunity. If he's not the host going forward in all future episodes, then I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna have to write in letters daily because he put in the effort. I'll give him that.
Hi!
Mister.
Yeah, Teddy.
Lindsay told me you're a drag queen.
I am.
Should I ask my questions again? Even though I already asked Jeff?
Yeah, you might actually get different answers from Mr. than you did from Jeff.
Oh, okay. Mister, what are your pronouns and how do you identify?
Let me guess, purr and purloin, and I identify as a cat.
Well, when I'm in drag, I like she as my pronoun. But honey, you can call me whatever you want.
Okay. Mister, I have a couple other questions for you.
Sure.
Why do you have a beard?
Teddy, that's not cool, man. I'm sorry, mister. I talked to Teddy before the show. I told him not to ask. I don't know what came over him, okay? I'm sorry.
When I do drag, I love to push the boundaries of gender.
Yeah, that's pretty clear.
And also, doesn't it look great?
It definitely does.
Now, I'm not gonna be a hater, alright? I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that the beard doesn't match, because the beard kinda weirdly matches with the rest of what's going on. I don't know if I'd use the word great. I don't know if I'd even use the word good, though.
Are you royalty because you're a queen?
Do I look like royalty, Teddy?
You do to me.
Thanks.
What's your favorite song to lip sync?
Well, most drag queens just perform some pop numbers. I like to do something different and perform some rock and roll numbers.
Like what? Like Barracuda or something?
Rock on, mister.
What? You're not gonna give us an example? You're not like gonna name at least a song that you're gonna do? Like, I get it if you don't want to start singing in front of us. I'd listen. I'd give it a chance. If it was a popular rock song, I'd be like, oh, okay, that was either good or bad, you know? But you're not even gonna give us an example.
Mister is so cool. Drag is so cool. I want to play dress up and wear fancy dresses and put on makeup and do all those cool
You
things.
totally can, Teddy.
You know, Lindsay, I didn't want to have this argument in front of Teddy, but I think you're kind of a bad influence on the little guy. I have to come out and say it. I think Teddy is pure at heart. He's an innocent little guy, and I think you're kind of corrupting his little soul.
Thank you so much for watching Queer Kid Stuff. This whole month we're doing all Pride-themed episodes. If you have any questions about drag, you can always ask your grown-up.
How many kids do you think... first off, I mean, a lot of this doesn't have a tremendous amount of views, but how many kids do you think were like, oh, okay, I can ask a grown-up? And they went and asked a grown-up, and the grown-up was like, dude, you're not doing drag. I'm not gonna let you dress up like Mr., okay? No putting cat eyes in, no long, you know, Edward Scissorhands claws, okay? Like, not allowed. Sorry, but no. But no, I mean, that's pretty much, those are the two videos that I wanted to kind of look at right there. The first one, you know, kind of a little more serious. The second one's different. You know, for the most part, I don't care what people do. Like I said in the beginning, if you're not hurting anybody, who cares, right? Like, are you kind of goofy doing some different things? You know, am I kind of like, oh, okay, like, I wouldn't do it myself, but okay, you know, here's to you. Yeah, okay, I'm like that with all adults. The one that gets me is the kid, though, and I'd like to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Do you think that, you know, like, if a kid, especially under that kind of sexual age, do you think they should be I mean, kind of held forward as an activist? Do you think that's appropriate? And maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe it's totally appropriate. I just love to hear some reasons, though, as to why that would be the case. And I'm definitely open to having my mind changed on it. So that's, of course, you know, important. And just something I wanted to throw in there as well. You know, let's, it's the internet, so maybe this is a dumb request in the first place. Let's try to keep the comments as clean as possible. I know this is kind of that, like I said, hot button topic. There's no need to be kind of rude to anybody or to be, you know, kind of nasty to each other or anything like that. So let's try to just, you know, keep that in mind. Let's have a good time, you know. Let's let people be people. They want to do whatever they want. As long as they're not hurting anybody, who cares? I'm just curious to know what you guys think about it, though. And as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and just leave a comment for anything. I love interacting with you guys, responding, different things like that. Having a little bit of a conversation with you really just makes my day, and I love to see that subscriber count as well just tick up. So, you know, I'm kind of, I guess, done with the little bit of the rant there. I hope you enjoyed the video. With that all being said, I mean, you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I hope you have a good one.